Welcome to Stoic Flame channel.
Focus on you until you win.
The unyielding path to inner strength and lasting success in a world clamoring for our attention, constantly pulling us outward with distractions, expectations, and external validations. A profound and liberating truth emerges. The most significant journey you will ever embark upon is the journey inward. This is the essence of the powerful philosophy encapsulated in the mantra, "Focus on you until you win." It is not a call to selfishness, but a foundational principle for unlocking your full potential, not just for your own benefit, but for the profound impact you can then have on the world around you. Many people find themselves frustrated, feeling that life isn't moving forward, or that opportunities seem to pass them by. They often believe they need a change of environment or new circumstances to thrive. However, the deep insight offered is that you don't need to change your environment. You need to change you, and then your environment will change. This fundamental truth shifts the locus of control from external factors to your internal power, making it the starting point for all genuine progress and transformation. This transformative journey demands a ruthless, quiet, daily focus. It is a journey of self-mastery, discipline, and unwavering commitment that goes unnoticed by many, yet shapes you into someone who doesn't just hope for success, but becomes it. This is not about fleeting motivation or external applause. It is about embracing a deeper truth and holding yourself to a higher standard than the world ever will. All right, let's kick things off by getting real about responsibility. Welcome to The Uncomfortable Truth. Embracing absolute responsibility. The bedrock of focusing on yourself is the complete and utter acceptance of personal responsibility for your life. There comes a moment in life, as one source profoundly states, when you realize no one is coming to fix it. No one is going to wake you up early, rewrite your habits, silence the noise in your head, or drag you to your potential. That immense weight, that discipline, that responsibility, it is entirely yours. The day you accept this fully, deeply, and without excuses is the day your real life truly begins. We often waste precious time waiting for permission, for validation, for the right conditions to start. But the truth is, you don't need any of that. The successful understand that if it's to be, it's up to me. This means letting go of the pervasive habit of blame. Blame, whether directed at the economy, a boss, a spouse, or one's background, is a seductive illusion. It makes you feel momentarily justified and provides a convenient target for why things aren't working. However, this comfort is deceptive because blame doesn't build anything. It delays. It traps. It keeps you rooted in a story where you're powerless. Every moment spent blaming is a moment not spent building. The Stoics, ancient philosophers focused on resilience and inner peace, understood this deeply. They believed that your response to life's circumstances is always more important than the circumstances themselves. Marcus Aurelius, facing immense challenges, didn't ask why me. Instead, he asked, what can I do right now that aligns with my principles? This is the essence of ownership, deciding who you are going to be in response to pain or hardship, even if you didn't cause the storm you're standing in. It is choosing how you respond to it. This shift in perspective is where all your power truly lives. Owning your life means dropping the need for apologies, closure, or fairness from others. It means picking up the stronger truth that you are not defined by what happened to you. You are defined by what you do with it. This is undeniably hard, as it leaves no one else to blame, no excuses to hide behind, no more delays. But paradoxically, there's a strange kind of peace that comes with that. A quiet empowerment that whispers, if it's on me, that means I can change it. It is liberation from a victim identity, a move from excuses to extreme responsibility, and from waiting to walking forward. For the next 30 days, one source challenges, refuse to make excuses. When things go wrong, instead of complaining, ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I use this to make me better? This is the foundation upon which all other personal development rests. Now that we've owned our choices and the uncomfortable truth, it's time to see why sheer willpower isn't enough. Up next is the unseen grind. The power of discipline over motivation. A common misconception is that success is born from an endless well of motivation. However, as one source bluntly states, motivation is fleeting. It's emotional. It is a powerful spark, but it will disappear, and it will do so often. This is why your power cannot come from how you feel. It must come from what you decide. Not once, not sometimes, but every single day. This is where discipline steps in. Discipline is what carries you when motivation disappears. It is the bridge between thought and accomplishment, the glue that holds your dreams together, and what turns your goals into achievements. Most people yearn for success without the struggle, the reward without the work, the victory without the battle. But life, governed by the law of sowing and reaping, simply doesn't work that way. A powerful analogy highlights this truth. There are two types of pain in life: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. The choice is yours as to which one you will carry. Discipline means doing what you know needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's choosing to read instead of scrolling, to train instead of making excuses, to focus instead of fleeing, and to choose silence over distraction. It's getting up early to study when you'd rather sleep in, saving money when you'd rather spend, and having difficult conversations when you'd rather avoid them. It's doing the right thing even when no one is watching. The interesting paradox of discipline is that it starts hard but gets easier. Conversely, lack of discipline starts easy but gets harder. The discomfort of discipline is temporary, but its rewards are permanent. This means showing up for yourself every single day. The real change begins on the days you don't want to show up, but you do anyway. Most people wait for clarity, for a sign, for energy, for the right mood. But champions aren't made in the mood. They're made in the ritual, the discipline of presence, the decision to take one step forward. This persistent, quiet effort is what transforms ordinary days into extraordinary results. Every time you choose to show up for that workout, that writing session, that study hour, that moment of reflection, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. These aren't neutral moments. They are bricks in the foundation of your future self. What you build or neglect today becomes the ground you stand on tomorrow. This daily grind may be lonely, with no one applauding the skipped distractions or the invisible consistency, but your future self sees it, and they are waiting for you to keep going. Your integrity is asking for consistency, your higher self is gently knocking. To win, you don't need to be flawless, but you need to be faithful to yourself, to your future, to the life you said you'd build. We've broken down how habits beat moods in the unseen grind. Now let's lock in our environment in guarding your inner sanctuary, mastering focus, and eliminating distractions in our hyper-connected modern world. Distraction is not an accident, it is a business model. Every app, platform, and screen is meticulously engineered to pull your attention away from yourself and direct it towards someone else's agenda. If you are not fiercely intentional about your focus, you will inevitably lose it, not because you are weak or lazy, but because you live in an environment designed to scatter you. The cost of this pervasive distraction is not just lost time, but also lost clarity, lost direction, lost self-respect. Focus isn't something you find. It's something you build piece by piece through subtraction. It is the discipline of saying no to constant checking, endless scrolling, draining conversations, dull routines, and environments that blur your mind. Your mission demands energy, and energy leaks through every hole you leave open. Letting distraction run your life every day means giving up something you'll never get back, and worse, training your brain to crave noise, to mistake movement for meaning, and to chase novelty over depth. This isn't merely a productivity issue, it's a purpose issue. As Seneca wisely noted, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. If your attention is scattered across 10 things, you will master none of them, leading to a deep internal tension of being busy but unfulfilled, doing much yet getting nowhere. To reclaim your focus, you must be ruthless. Begin by auditing your environment, devices, time, and energy. Identify what is taking more than it's giving, what's interrupting your momentum, and what's preventing deep work, clear thoughts, and spiritual stillness. Then, eliminate it or, at the very least, contain it. This means setting boundaries, not just with people, but with technology, entertainment, and even your own compulsions. Train your mind to ignore all outside noise, allowing it to become your sanctuary, not your battleground. The Stoics cautioned against this centuries ago. Epictetus advised, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This is because people will always comment on your path, especially if it deviates from theirs. If you listen to them, you shrink, editing your life to match their limitations and trading your vision for their approval. Before you know it, your life ceases to be yours, becoming a mirror reflecting other people's fears, doubts, and confusion. True mental clarity demands an intentional choice of what you consume. Audit your feeds, conversations, and inputs. If something isn't helping you grow, focus, or deepen your purpose, cut it. This isn't arrogance, it's clarity. This discipline is built one moment at a time. Each time you pause, breathe, and ask, is this helping me build or is this dragging me down? The more you practice this, the stronger you become, allowing external noise to pass without entering your inner space because you've cultivated something louder inside: your vision, your values, your direction. Guard your mind, train it like it's sacred, because it is. Every time you choose focus, you choose freedom, and the more you protect it, the more you reclaim your life. Once you've fortified your focus, the real test begins. Get ready for the crucible of growth, embracing challenges, and cultivating resilience. Life is not a smooth, linear progression. It is a journey riddled with moments of falling and feeling lost. These quiet crashes, internal confusion, and days when nothing makes sense are not the end of your journey. They are an integral part of it. Misunderstanding them or allowing them to define you will prevent you from learning the profound lessons they offer. Every fall is an invitation. Every dark day is a mirror. Every setback is asking you one simple question: will you rise again? This ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when things get tough, is known as resilience. Life will knock you down, that's a given. The critical question is, will you get back up? And how quickly will you get back up? No successful person has avoided failure. Rather, they didn't let failure define them. They let failure refine them. They used it as feedback, not as a reason to quit. When you face a setback, instead of asking why me, ask what now. Instead of saying I can't believe this happened, ask what can I learn from this. Don't think this is the end, think this is a new beginning. Resilience is not an innate trait, it is developed through experience, by facing challenges and overcoming them, by getting knocked down and getting back up, and by experiencing failure and trying again. There's a critical moment in every journey when quitting whispers the loudest. You feel tired, behind, and nothing seems to be changing fast enough. Doubts overwhelm the reasons you started. This is the fork in the road, fold or fight. It is in this moment, not the easy or motivated ones, that your future is decided. Everyone appears strong when things are working, and disciplined when inspired. But the ones who win are the ones who keep showing up when the motivation is gone, when it hurts, when it's quiet, when nothing is certain. That's where real grit is forged, not in light, but under pressure. Most people quit too soon, not from incapability or unworthy goals, but because they mistake resistance for failure and pain for a sign to stop. In reality, pain is often a sign you're growing. Just as muscle tears before it grows, and the mind resists when old habits break, discomfort is not the end but a signal that you are breaking through. The Stoics affirm this, with Epictetus stating, "Difficulties are things that show a person who they are." Pressure isn't the enemy, it's a mirror that reveals what you're truly made of and offers you the chance to prove to yourself that you won't collapse at the first sign of resistance. When you are pushing through, perhaps building a business, a body, or a new way of life, and it feels like nothing is working, results are slow, you're exhausted, alone, invisible, the question "what's the point?" inevitably creeps in. The answer is you. The point is becoming the kind of person who doesn't stop when it's hard, who doesn't give up just because it's quiet, and who doesn't need applause to keep moving. Each time you push through that wall, you change, upgrading your tolerance for discomfort, increasing your capacity for resilience, and setting a new standard for who you are becoming. This doesn't mean ignoring limits, but redefining them, because most limits are psychological, not physical. There's always more inside you. More strength, more focus, more fight, but you'll never find it if you quit when things feel heavy. So, when that moment hits, one more rep, one more page, one more hour, one more day. That is how the wall breaks and how new identity forms, not in leaps, but in consistent small increments. One day, you will look back and realize the day you almost quit was the day you started to become unstoppable. After forging resilience in the crucible of growth, it's time to plan your victory. Welcome to the Architect's Blueprint: Vision, Goals, and Continuous Learning. To truly focus on yourself until you win, you need a clear blueprint for where you are going. This involves protecting your vision, setting meaningful goals, and committing to continuous learning. Staying locked in on your vision for your future is not inherently self-sustaining. The world will constantly try to steal it, not all at once, but by chipping away at it piece by piece. It will distract you with urgency over importance, feeding you noise, obligations, and temptations that feel good in the moment but quietly pull you off your path. This slow, invisible drift is the real danger. Skipping routines, saying yes to everything but your priorities, or being too busy to reflect can suddenly leave you far from where you intended to be. Therefore, your vision needs protection. Focus is not permanent. It must be guarded deliberately and consistently. Those who win don't just have goals, they have systems to protect those goals from the world's constant attempts to blur them. They understand the cost of every distraction, the recovery required after every detour, and how every lost hour prevents the building of their future foundation. To stay locked in means daily remembrance of why you started, before the emails, news, or noise. It means designing your environment to serve your mission, not challenge it. It means choosing your thoughts with the same care you choose your food, your circle, and your schedule, because your thoughts shape your direction, and your direction shapes your destiny. When you are locked in, your vision isn't merely a hope. It becomes your orientation, the guiding principle for your choices and the structure of your day. You don't just work hard, you work with clarity, which then acts as a filter. Does this move me closer to my goal or further away? Is this task, this person, this habit reinforcing the future I've committed to or eroding it? Marcus Aurelius, even amidst war and chaos, daily returned to his first principles, staying connected to his inner compass because the external world is unstable, but a trained, focused mind can be your anchor. If your vision only lives in your feelings, it will vanish with shifting moods. But if it lives in your habits, systems, and rituals, then nothing can move it. Many start strong but drift when results are delayed, or applause is absent. They seek comfort because they stop feeding their vision. Staying locked in prevents this, keeping the fire alive through discipline and structure, not just inspiration. Since energy is limited, it must be directed. Scattered energy builds nothing lasting. Practically, this means saying no often to draining, confusing, or distracting elements. Tracking progress, even if slow, to reinforce intention. Simplifying, clarifying, and automating what doesn't matter to prioritize vital energy. Most importantly, it means daily remembering your why, visualizing the outcome, and reminding yourself that this is a mission, not a hobby. When you treat your goals with such seriousness, the world responds differently, not because it changed, but because you did. Your vision is sacred and needs fuel, space, and you at your sharpest, clearest, most focused. You are not here to dabble or almost succeed. You are here to win, by staying locked in, not until you get tired, not until life gets loud, but until the vision becomes reality. Setting and achieving goals. Goals are the targets that focus your energy, the destinations that guide your journey. Without them, you're like a rudderless ship, drifting wherever currents take you. With them, you navigate with purpose and direction. However, not just any goals will suffice. They need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Smart goals. They must be written down, reviewed regularly, and broken down into actionable steps. Crucially, they must be your goals aligned with your values, strengths, and passions, not someone else's expectations. Setting a goal is a commitment to yourself, a declaration that something matters to you and is worth working and sacrificing for. The true prize in achieving a goal is not just the outcome, but you're becoming the kind of person who can achieve that outcome. This transformation is the real reward. Continuous learning and development to continuously build your strongest self and achieve your goals. Continuous learning is non-negotiable. Your mind is your most valuable asset, and what you put into it determines your growth. This means being a perpetual student, hungry to learn, grow, and develop. It involves reading something of value every day, something that offers ideas, inspiration, and insight, not just entertainment. Read for education, not just to pass the time, but to pass the test of time. Many people neglect their mental nourishment, leading to rickets of the mind, then wonder why opportunities elude them. They haven't prepared themselves or developed their minds. A powerful strategy is to read biographies of successful people, because success leaves clues. If you desire health, wealth, or happiness, study those who embody these traits. This isn't rocket science, but it is a science. The science of success. Beyond books, this includes listening to audio programs, attending seminars, finding mentors, joining masterminds, and surrounding yourself with people who are where you aspire to be. Remember the adage, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Therefore, choose your associations wisely. Another facet of continuous learning is developing your unique abilities. Everyone possesses natural talents, things done easily and well. Extraordinary value is created by focusing on and developing these strengths. Many are by trying to be good at everything, but successful people excel at a few things that leverage their natural strengths. Know your strengths and weaknesses, develop your strengths, and either improve weaknesses to a functional level or delegate them. The marketplace rewards specialization, expertise, and excellence. Find your niche, your unique contribution, and cultivate it to the highest level. With a blueprint in hand, you'll need balance to sustain it. Let's explore the pillars of a balanced life. Holistic self-development. Focusing on yourself until you win extends far beyond just career success or financial gain. It encompasses a holistic approach to self-development, building a life of balance, harmony, and joy across all crucial domains. Managing your emotions. Emotions are powerful forces, capable of either working for or against you. Most people allow their emotions to dictate their actions, whereas successful people learn to drive their emotions. For instance, two people might feel fear. One becomes paralyzed, while the other acknowledges the fear but acts anyway. The same emotion, but different management, leads to different results. You must learn to master your emotions, especially negative ones like fear, doubt, worrying, frustration, and disappointment. These emotions will arise, but you can prevent them from taking over. Mastery begins with awareness, as many simply react without understanding their feelings. Second, recognize that emotions aren't facts. Merely feeling something doesn't make it true. Third, develop rituals that foster a positive emotional state, such as gratitude, visualization, affirmations, and physical exercise. Taking care of your health is paramount. Without health, all the success in the world means nothing. It's astounding how many neglect their health in pursuit of success, working excessive hours, consuming unhealthy food, neglecting exercise and sleep, only to burn out. This is not success. That's slow suicide. True success integrates physical vitality. Therefore, prioritize eating well, moving your body, getting sufficient rest, and managing stress. These are not just health practices, but essential success practices, as physical well-being enhances mental, emotional, and spiritual performance. Developing your character. Character forms the bedrock of all lasting success. Without it, success is like a house built on sand. It won't endure. Character is about doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. It means being honest even when unobserved, keeping your promises, treating others with dignity and respect, and taking responsibility for your mistakes. Your character is your most valuable asset, the foundation of trust and respect, and what people remember about you long after everything else fades. Character is not innate. It is developed through making right choices, especially when difficult, and living by principles rather than expediency. Cultivating gratitude. Gratitude serves as an antidote to numerous negative emotions, including envy, resentment, regret, and frustration. It's impossible to be genuinely grateful and upset simultaneously. While most people focus on what they lack, successful individuals concentrate on what they possess, a fundamental difference in perspective that yields different results. Start and end each day with gratitude for your health, family, opportunities, experiences, even challenging ones, as they strengthen you, your country, your historical era, and those who have helped you. Gratitude transcends mere sentiment. It's a strategic tool that shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, from what's missing to what's present, and from what you lack to what you have. Serving others while focusing on you until you win might initially sound contradictory to serving others. It is profoundly interconnected. The most fulfilled individuals discover ways to utilize their gifts to benefit others. Success devoid of contribution is hollow. Achievement without positive impact is empty. You are designed not merely to receive but to give, not solely to consume but to contribute. When you focus on serving others, solving problems, adding value, and making a difference, you generate not only external rewards, recognition, compensation, opportunities, but also internal rewards, fulfillment, purpose, meaning. Many wealthy individuals are miserable because they never grasp this truth, while those of modest means can find deep fulfillment by living to serve and contribute. True success involves helping others win when you win. Developing courage. Courage is indispensable for every significant achievement. It is not the absence of fear, but rather the act of taking action despite fear. It takes courage to start, to continue, to face uncertainty, to risk failure, and to be different. Most people allow fear of failure, rejection, criticism, or change to paralyze them. Yet, successful individuals acknowledge fear and proceed anyway. Courage, like other virtues, grows with practice. The more often you confront your fears, the more courageous you become. Each time you do something that frightens you, your comfort zone expands. What was once terrifying becomes merely challenging, and what was challenging becomes comfortable. Being authentic in a world that incessantly pressures you to conform, to emulate others in appearance, speech, or lifestyle, being yourself is one of the most courageous acts. Authenticity doesn't imply a lack of desire for improvement. It means building upon your true self instead of attempting to be someone you are not. It involves leveraging your natural strengths rather than expending energy trying to be strong where you are inherently weak. When authentic, you conserve energy by not pretending or striving to be everything to everyone. Instead, you channel your energy into becoming the finest version of who you truly are. The paradox is striking. When you cease trying to be like everyone else, you become remarkable. When you stop following the crowd, you become someone worthy of being followed. Managing your time is your most precious, irreplaceable resource. And like money or possessions, you cannot acquire more time. How you spend your time directly dictates how you spend your life. Wasting time means wasting life. Investing time means investing in your life. Successful individuals are relentlessly protective of their time. They decline activities misaligned with their goals, delegate tasks others can perform, and eliminate time wasters. Their focus is on high-value activities that propel them toward their objectives. Productivity is not about doing more things, but about doing the right things. It is about achieving results, not merely being busy. Developing financial literacy. While money is not the most important thing, it undeniably impacts everything that is important to your health, relationships, peace of mind, capacity to contribute, and ability to pursue dreams. Many struggle financially not due to insufficient earnings, but due to a lack of understanding regarding financial management. They haven't learned the fundamentals: budgeting, saving, investing, creating multiple income streams, and making money work for them. Financial freedom is not about being rich, but about possessing sufficient passive income to cover living expenses, thereby granting options, choices, and control over your time. Cultivating patience. We live in a society craving instant gratification, where people desire immediate success, results, and rewards. However, genuine success demands time, effort, and persistence. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a year and underestimate what is possible in 10 years. They prematurely give up, unaware of their proximity to a breakthrough. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It is built not on intensity, but on consistency, making countless small, correct decisions day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Developing communication skills. Your ability to express yourself clearly and persuasively significantly influences your success in life. Communication is the conduit for sharing ideas, inspiring others, building relationships, resolving conflicts, and marketing your products or services. Invest in developing your vocabulary, learning storytelling, practicing public speaking, becoming an attentive listener, and writing clearly. These skills will serve you across every domain of life. Building strong relationships. No one achieves success in isolation. Everyone needs support, guidance, collaboration, and encouragement from others. Invest in your relationships by treating people with dignity and respect, being generous with your time, knowledge, and resources, keeping promises, showing appreciation, and being loyal and trustworthy. Be discerning about the relationships you cultivate, remembering that you become like the people you spend the most time with. Choose companions who uplift you, challenge you to improve, and share your values and goals. Developing a positive attitude. Your attitude is a powerful determinant of your altitude. It is the lens through which you perceive the world, coloring every experience. A positive attitude doesn't equate to ignoring problems or feigning perfection. It means confronting challenges with confidence rather than fear, recognizing opportunities over obstacles, and focusing on solutions instead of complaints. Your attitude is a choice you make constantly, every day, hour, and minute. Choose wisely, as your attitude will significantly shape your experiences. Taking intelligent risks. All growth and progress necessitate venturing into the unknown, the untried, and the uncertain. Many are so paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes that they forfeit opportunities, playing it so safe that they ultimately regret it. Successful individuals, however, understand the distinction between reckless and intelligent risks. Reckless risks are taken without preparation, calculation, or a backup plan, while intelligent risks are taken after careful consideration, with proper preparation, and with a willingness to learn from any outcome. Do not fear failure. Fear not trying. Do not fear making mistakes. Fear the mistake of not growing, not reaching, not stretching. Celebrating progress. Most people defer celebration until they reach their ultimate destination. However, successful individuals celebrate progress along the way. Celebrating small wins builds momentum, generates positive emotions that fuel continued effort, and strengthens belief in one's ability to achieve larger goals. Do not postpone feeling good about yourself until you make it. Feel good about yourself now as you are progressing, growing, and becoming. Creating balanced success is not merely achievement in one life area. It is about cultivating harmony among all important domains: health, relationships, career, finances, spirituality, personal growth, and recreation. Many sacrifice their health for wealth, only to spend their wealth attempting to recover their health, or sacrifice family for career, only to find career hollow without family to share it with. Avoid these mistakes. Establish rhythms of work and rest, giving and receiving, striving and savoring. Life is a journey, not just a destination, and it should be enjoyed. Having faith is a crucial element. Faith in yourself, in others, in a higher power, and in the future. Faith is not about knowing precisely how everything will unfold, but about moving forward despite uncertainty. It is believing in possibilities and trusting the process. Without faith, it is easy to surrender when challenges arise. With faith, you discover the strength to persevere, overcome, and triumph. And finally, as you've honed every pillar, let's talk about making your mark long after you're gone and the enduring legacy. From success to significance. To summarize, focusing on yourself until you win means embracing full responsibility for your life, developing a personal philosophy rooted in effective principles, and cultivating discipline to act regardless of how you feel. It involves continuous learning, masterful emotional management, diligent health care, and robust character development. It entails fostering gratitude, building resilience, setting and achieving goals, and refining your unique abilities. Furthermore, it necessitates serving others, cultivating courage, embodying authenticity, and effectively managing your time. It also includes developing financial literacy, practicing patience, enhancing communication skills, nurturing strong relationships, maintaining a positive attitude, taking intelligent risks, celebrating progress, establishing balance, and holding faith. However, focusing on you until you win does not imply selfishness or self-centeredness. It doesn't mean neglecting the needs of others or pursuing success at any cost. True success transcends mere achievement. It's about who you become in the process. It's not solely about acquisition, it's about contribution. It's not just reaching a destination, it's about living a life imbued with meaning, purpose, and joy. A common lament is, "It's too late for me. I've made too many mistakes, wasted too much time, missed too many opportunities." Yet, a profound truth stands: it's never too late to become what you might have been. It's never too late to transform your life, to truly focus on yourself until you win. People have dramatically altered their lives in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even 70s, simply by deciding it was time for change and making it happen. The timeless wisdom remains: the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The same holds true for personal development. Therefore, do not await the perfect time, circumstance, or opportunity, for there is no perfect time. There is only now. And now is all you need to begin. Start small if necessary, but start. Read a book, enroll in a class, join a group, seek a mentor, establish a goal, take a calculated risk, make a commitment, do anything that propels you toward your dreams. When obstacles inevitably arise, remember they are not placed to halt you, but to test the depth of your desire. They are not there to defeat you, but to develop you. The magnitude of the problem is never the core issue. It's the size of you that matters. When you concentrate on growing yourself, on becoming more, problems that once seemed insurmountable transform into stepping stones to success. Indeed, life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And the change begins with you. It does not start with your circumstances, other people, the economy, government, or whether anything beyond your control. The change begins with you. When you change, everything changes. When you grow, everything grows. When you improve, everything improves. So, what holds you back? What excuses are you hiding behind? Whatever it is, release it, right here, right now. Make a firm decision to focus on you until you win. Decide to actualize all that you are capable of becoming. Choose to live a life devoid of regrets, a life of continuous growth, profound contribution, and undeniable significance. The truth is, you have greatness within you. You have potential that's barely been tapped. You have gifts, talents, abilities that are waiting to be developed, expressed, shared. Do not carry your music still in you to your grave. Do not live a life of quiet desperation, settling for less than your true capability. Do not look back at the end of your life filled with "I wish I had" or "I wish I would have." Instead, live now in such a way that your future self will look back and say, "I'm glad I did." Focus on yourself until you win, not out of selfishness, but because it is the singular path to authentically serving others. Not out of self-centeredness, but because it is the only way to become the person you were destined to be. Remember, before you can conquer the marketplace, you must first conquer yourself. Before you can have more, you must become more. Success is not something to be pursued, it is something you attract by the person you become. Ultimately, life is not merely about acquiring what you desire. It is about becoming the person you are capable of being. It is not just about achieving goals, it is about fulfilling purpose. It is not solely about accumulating possessions. It is about creating value, making a difference, and leaving a lasting legacy. As you embark on this profound journey of focusing on yourself until you win, maintain this broader perspective. Yes, work on yourself. Yes, refine your skills. Yes, expand your knowledge. Yes, increase your income. But do so not merely for your own benefit, but for the profound advantage of all those your life intersects. For when you truly win, when you become all that you are capable of being, when you fulfill your purpose and make your unique contribution, everyone wins. Your family wins, your community wins, the world wins. This transcends mere success, it is significance. And isn't that, at its deepest core, what we all truly desire? Not just to succeed, but to be significant. Not just to make a living, but to make a difference. You possess the capacity to do it. The journey begins now. Focus on you until you win, and then, from that place of inner strength and fulfillment, help others do the same.